In the dimly lit cockpit of a spaceship, Satou Takahiro begins to stir, nursing a headache and looking utterly exhausted. Homeboy is slumped in a high-tech pilot's chair, radiating serious sleep-deprived energy. He starts violently shivering from the biting cold, rubbing his eyes as his brain struggles to buffer. His eyes snap wide open when he realizes just how freezing it actually is. Outside the window, a literal, breathtaking view of the Sol Galaxy Nebula. Satou sits there dazed, sporting massive bags under his eyes, before flexing his tactical gloves to check if this is real life. Peering out at the infinite void, he starts mentally retracing his steps. Cut to a flashback of his depressing Weiji routine, stumbling into his Japanese apartment, eating a sad floor bento, soaking in the tub, and grinding his life away on his personal computer before passing out. Back in the cockpit, our guy crosses his legs and connects the dots. He is sitting right inside the bridge of the Krishna, his absolute favorite ride from the science fiction massive multiplayer online game, Stella Online. He recalls the game's massive sandbox vibe, where you could be anything from an explorer to a space trucker. But Satou, he was a sweaty mercenary main who grinded hard to buy this sleek, aerodynamic beauty. Snapping back to his freezing reality, he shivers in his tactical gear and immediately speed taps the console screens to reboot the generator. He successfully triggers the life support, wiping away frost, as the temperature finally climbs to a livable 12 degrees. Slumping back into the command chair, he sighs in relief. Staring into the void, he logic checks his situation, feeling the temperature change confirms this definitely is not a lucid dream. He hunches over in a brief wave of existential dread, completely tiny inside the massive bridge. But then, brother literally slaps his own cheeks, yells at himself to stay positive, and strikes a power pose. Admiring his orange and white ship drifting through space, he grabs the flight sticks and realizes the manual controls feel buttery smooth, way better than his old mouse and keyboard setup. He pulls up the head-up display to check his location, but a giant error folder pops up to ruin his day. So, sitting dejected with his chin in his hand, he realizes he has no map and zero cash. But wait, he checks the inventory and his eyes lock onto a massive stash of over 2 million rare metals. This stuff is the ultimate premium currency in the Sol universe, easily traded for Enel, just like gold. However, trading it means getting tracked by the system logs, and players will absolutely throw hands for this kind of loot. The calm inside the Krishna's cockpit is shattered when a blaring alarm and flashing hazard stripes dominate the warning monitor. The artificial intelligence reports a scan, causing Satou to tense up in his chair, just as a comms channel opens.
Hey, bro. What are you doing in a place like this? Are you taking a nap? Do not mind me. You can keep going.
Sweating slightly, Satou cringes, knowing his generator reboot exposed his stealth. Come on, do not talk like that. If you share some of your cargo, we are not going to do anything. Suddenly, flashbangs of light erupt. A whole pirate fleet drops out of faster-than-light travel to surround the ship.
I am going to have to refuse. I can sell it to you for a fair price. How about that?
Checking his tactical scanner, Satou clocks the enemy vessels as standard-issue trash with poorly serviced armaments.
I am going to say it again. Just give us your cargo, and we will spare your life. Unfazed, Satou stoically shifts into combat readiness, while the bald commander grimly resigns himself to the fight.
Don't resent me. The Krishna violently ignites its thrusters, pinning Satou to his seat under crushing G-forces as the ship aggressively scatters the unprepared enemy formation. Recoiling from his console in pure terror, the pirate leader's jaw drops.
It is fast!
The Krishna streaks downward, deploying its mechanical energy cannons to unleash a synchronized triple beam barrage, that instantly blows the lead pirate vessel into literal space dust. It transformed, even the shield, and in one shot. The bald commander screams in helpless panic as the Krishna locks its massive cannon onto another target, completely ignoring the doomed pilot's desperate pleas before vaporizing the ship in a blinding white shockwave. Gliding through the wreckage, the sleek mercenary ship leaves the surviving commander shaking with unbridled, sweaty rage. I am going to kill you. Pushing his command ship into a desperate, high-speed chase, the pirate leader tries to close the gap. Damn it! The Krishna dances effortlessly through the incoming barrage, like it is absolutely nothing. Those moves! Then how about this? What? It did not work! Pivoting its glowing thrusters, the Krishna zips past their sensors at an impossible speed. Go away! You! The Krishna aggressively banks and dives like an apex predator. Stop! Charging its mechanical components, the mercenary ship brutally intercepts the pirate vessel, punching straight through its thick hull and detonating the command ship into a massive fiery debris cloud. Back in the cockpit, Satou is absolutely fighting for his life, gasping for air and suppressing major nausea from the brutal G-forces. Slumping in his seat, the sickened gamer realizes that no dream could ever inflict this much physical recoil. A vast, silent expanse of the Soul Galaxy fills the frame, illuminated by a massive, intensely bright white nebula in the distance. Drifting past the stellar backdrop, Satou finally accepts that this universe is 100% real. Sitting in the pilot's seat, his tired vibe shifts into sharp focus as he realizes being sent to another world might actually be a massive win. He knows the Krishna is a top-tier, heavy cruiser-level beast, completely outclassing the garbage pirate ships he just effortlessly deleted. Pulling up his data tablet, our guy crunches the numbers and smiles. The 19,000 Enel bounty will easily cover his ammo and ship maintenance, with plenty of profit left over. Outside, his recovery drones sweep up the wreckage, scoring a blocky data cache. He loads it onto the main monitor, pleasantly surprised to find it packed with a full system map and the highly lucrative coordinates to the pirate base. Swiping through the holographic interface, he quickly plots a course to a nearby high-traffic trade colony to cash in his intel. The massive, rotating Termain Prime space station looms into view, and the Port Authority patches through to approve his docking, though they flag his pilot data as corrupted. Sweating slightly, Satou realizes his Earth name did not transfer over. Musing over it, he decides Satou Takahiro is way too basic for a science fiction universe. Staring out the cockpit, with a sudden surge of confidence, he drops his old corporate wagey identity for good. Standing tall in the center of the bridge, with a triumphant grin, he embraces his god-tier mercenary status and officially dubs himself Captain Hiro. The video ends here, but the story isn't over yet. Like the video if you're ready for the next part.